Hello, everyone, and thank you very much for tuning in. I, of course, am Rotype. Welcome back to Summer Mist Plains, where today we're going to do something about this horrible backup. It's a lot of traffic. I mean, it's industrial traffic, right? So it's a lot of traffic trying to get onto the highway over here. Now, before I do anything else, actually, I want to go ahead and just disable parking on this road, because no parking there. So now that that's done, next thing to do is to come up with something to relieve this traffic. Now, I think a lot of it is coming from over here somewhere. I mean, obviously there's a bunch over here, but if it can, it's probably going to go this way, right? There's a little bit faster way off, at least if they're going that way, which it looks like most of it is. They're kind of trailing off that direction. So what I want to do is build a new ramp to get onto this underground highway that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and start with 2 lanes. We're going to start like this. And we're going to go from this intersection here. I know it's already busy, but I think it will help. So let's go ahead and we're going to go down to 6 meters below. We're going to make sure it is a tunnel. Actually, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go straight for just a little bit. Let's come back up to 0, we'll go, sure, that far. Then we're going to go down. We're going to make it a tunnel. We're going to go down 6. And we're going to make it curved. Now, hopefully this will be an even slope like it says. Let's see what happens. That is a disaster. Let's try that again. Road, starting here. Going out some. 5, 6 meters below. It's done it again. I'm not sure what the deal is here. Try one last time. I think what might be happening is we're catching some of the lock-ons, road guidelines and whatnot, and it's affecting the way things are working here. I also might go back to normal. Yeah, so we're gonna go down maybe. Let's do just enough to get the separation here, 8 meters. Now we're trying to go, well, let's just get the first step done here. It's all bumpy and gross, but we can fix that by grabbing the node, there it is. Just kind of pushing it down so it doesn't affect our surface, there we go. Now from here, we have a pretty even slope down. I'm going to take this down just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Now, from here, I want to split it into 2 separate lanes. One going, let's get just a few, maybe just the angle. There we go. And I want to come off, just kind of loop. I don't yet want to connect. Not even gonna let me do that with Anarchy on, huh? Looks like we're a little too close. Is this really 12 meters down already? No, it's 8. All right. One more try. Kind of loop this around. Yeah, there we go. Like this. And we'll come in like that. I know that's very, very ugly, but hopefully it's a connection that can be used. And it's a tunnel anyway, so who cares if it's ugly? Now on this side, we'll come out this way. I'll come over here and then just kind of connect in there. Now it's super ugly underneath. But hopefully up here it'll start to be used, and we'll have to see. Let's see, where are you going? You're in the lane. Are you turning? Yes, there we go. What is this button? Remove this vehicle. Huh, never seen that before. All right, so let's take, actually, I wonder if I can even, yeah. So the tunnels aren't rendered. Or parts of the tunnels aren't rendered, but now we're in the tunnel. It's kind of rendered in, driving along. The uneven slope up looks a little bit like a launch, but now there we go. That is not half bad. So if more trucks will start using these, and it looks like some of them are, hopefully this is just old traffic, will relieve a lot of the congestion here. So that'll help out a lot. I think what I want to do in paired with this one as well is to build, well, we don't really have any traffic coming out this way. Eventually I might build another off-ramp, kind of go out this way, but it doesn't need to be there yet, so we'll leave it alone. So we have a pretty even need for zoning. So I'll just continue to build, and actually what I want to do is bring, this is now Lewis Street. I thought it was, oh, I guess it renamed the whole street. That's fine. So Lewis Street, we're going to turn this into a broader street here. And this will be kind of our new town center. There we go. Sorry about your houses. I am going to have to clear out a bunch of trees. Let's see if I remember my hotkeys. There we go. Bring this up to a little bigger than that. There we go. Just kind of clear out all these trees that are going to end up like on the road or whatnot. And like I said before, if it gets to the point where I feel like we need some trees, I'll build some trees in myself. I know how to do that. All right. So now that's taken care of. This will actually, I think, have some commercial on it. And I do want to make sure it has the right kind. So we'll take care of the zoning rules with this guy here. Let's take a look at the themes you're allowed to build. Let's go ahead and let you do that. Actually, no, I don't want the wall-to-walls now that I think about it. I want small shops, though, and they're included in European and International, but that's fine. So small shops, please. And that'll work. So from here, build your little neighborhood shops. And we'll give them, sure, 3 is fine. Get some smaller ones on this side. There. Now while I'm thinking about it, let's look at our park situation. This side could use a park. What kind of park do you want? Fountain, that seems a little opulent. Kind of just needs some green space. What is this? Marina and hotel. No, certainly not that. Maybe a baseball park? Yeah. Although this one's a little big, won't fit in the block. But maybe we break the block. Let's do that. Let's come in here and Heather Street, you're gone. Let's find, let's see. I believe it was in here. What was that? No, that's a football. We already have the football. Actually, I'm just gonna do this easy way, baseball. Just gonna find a small one, high school. What is this labeled? Little League? Yeah, this is kind of a neighborhood park, so put this guy in right there. Yeah, so nothing crazy, but just a little kind of Little League area. Go back to our 2x4 parking, get a little parking lot. Even maybe another one over here. Yeah, just kind of a neighborhood, green space. Kids can play some baseball. And we were just talking about trees. Let's go get generic tree, I believe. Is what this map is largely populated with. Or maybe I'm mistaking it for some another map I'm working on, but unfortunately the brush doesn't want to function. That's fine. Go down to single, and I am going to reduce the strength. Just kind of fill in a couple trees here and here. These people probably didn't want to be right next to the park. There. And this looks like a leveled up, boldly building construction site. That's kind of neat. Shows us the level the neighborhood is getting to. Kind of nice. All right, so we have our park. Let's go back to our info view for parks. Yeah, so this area is doing pretty well. This area could possibly use another one, maybe a block away or two. We'll get a park in there. What are you building? Cherry Residence. Yeah, you're not supposed to be there. You guys are supposed to be commercial. Sorry, guys. Need some shops. I believe you are commercial. You're just coming in, so you're probably commercial. You look like a home. Clear out. There we go. What are you? Yeah, some kind of commercial shop. I like the corner shop. What are you? Johnny's Barbershop. Nice. All right, so we got a barbershop. I don't want these kind of taller things. What are you gonna be? Quiet corner shop. Yeah, not so much. This is a big building. So I think what I might do is go into my themes here, disable these guys, and just leave, I'll leave the low density, but small homes, small shops, because I don't want these big tall ones. Wherever it went, maybe it's already gone. But I don't want the big ones. That'll do just fine. Now we need a lot more residential. Looks like we kind of filled in some of the other need. What are you complaining about, huh? Well, I'm gonna make you do that. There we go. Something funny. Oh. Interesting. Didn't like that corner for some reason, but that's fine. We'll go in, we'll mix up the block spacing again, just for fun. Go this way. How about that? Come down. Yeah, that'll work. Every other now we'll have a street here, and unfortunately these are all off the grid in an annoying way. There we go. Doesn't matter quite as much when you're not wall to wall, but it is noticeable, at least to me. Alrighty. And we'll get some people living in here. That'll work. Now I think I'm gonna take this highway. We definitely need some kind of highway in here. So maybe I turn this one this way and use this one to handle this area. So this road can actually probably just keep going like this for now. Yeah, maybe another branch turning in this way, but that's all right. We'll just continue our building spree. Go out to this way, just kind of mixing around the block directions for some variety. I do want to start to fill in this area a little bit. I don't like these empty spaces. Even with the best map theme, these empty kind of areas, to me, just look like missed opportunity for development or details. Let's go in probably... Man, look at all those road guidelines. There we go. Wait. A little out of control. All right, and we'll zone in this guy. Like, I don't know if I want that main road zoned. Just kind of zone this for now. See how I feel about it. And you're gonna get a little bit of commercial, I think, as well. Let's perhaps dezone this like that. Because you're the other main road we have here. Ah. You need to be that. There we go. And on this side, we'll also dezone just the 3 like that. There we go. Just down to the schools, and then maybe past the schools, it goes back to residential type. Yeah, I like how this neighborhood looks. Just kind of mixed blocks in different directions. A couple things. We're getting close to a little bit homogeneous, so we'll have to play with that a little bit soon. And here we'll just kind of do this, and I do think we can make this a little better by toggling that guy. Yeah, that helps things just a little bit. And then the electricity. Okay, good. Everything's connected. So let's go ahead and bulldoze these electric poles. See where that leaves us. Fill in these guys like that. And these guys like that. Bit more. We'll change this as it comes in. Perhaps looks a little weird, but for now, we'll just do this. Yeah, that'll work fine. Make sure we have our zones covered. There we go. And we have this little backspace to continue to work on. Go one, and again, I don't want to necessarily connect everywhere, so we'll just do that and that. Just kind of be a back, I don't know, pipe stem area. And we can almost do it again. Although perhaps from here we use this guy and call this a real back area. Probably don't want to zone right up to the highway, but oops. You guys can zone in though. Let's see how that looks. Give you just this kind of coverage. There we go. Parking lots maybe in the commercial zones. We got 1x1 is way too small. Yeah. Although I think I have a 2x2. Yeah, 2x2 will look nice in certain areas. Kind of tuck them in. Maybe here we move this guy back. There. How about that? We'll check the same side over here. Now tuck it back a little bit. Like that. That way this can zone in if we want, or we might replace it with a shortcut path, but we've got a lot of these constructions, but that means when they level up, hopefully they'll be pretty good looking. Okay, we can bring this down as well. We have all this covered. Not our soon to be growing neighborhood. All right. So by daybreak, we have several new areas growing in. We'll bring in some houses here, I think. And maybe to there. Do one little commercial space there. Looks good. Oh, and parks. Always remember to be looking at parks. Yeah, definitely, especially over here, I think, to block the side that kind of backs up to the commercial. See if we can find some. Yeah, I keep tending to go back to that dog park, but should get some variety. Perhaps put this park in like this. It's the back path to the doctor's office, I suppose. That'll work. Maybe from there we bring the path. There's a hiking trail. This is a new thing off Steam that I will possibly use later. For now, I just kind of want to turn off all this snapping. Wow. Just kind of bring this along the backside here. See if I can make it turn. And you know what? We'll give anarchy on just a bit to... There we go. Get it to walk. That way you can kind of walk right up. From here, maybe you can connect in like this. Just a few walking trails. You can cut through to important areas. What else? Any other important areas? Probably back here. You'd have a couple walking trails as well. Here, and perhaps don't need the big bite there. Get rid of these kind of. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So now we have a pretty busy but not crazy town here. Looks like we have quite a few houses still in this area that I wanted to be commercial, but they'll get wiped out, I believe, as we go. Although maybe I'll just help them along. Yeah, I'll just kind of bulldoze the residentials. Although I believe those might have been zoned as residential, which is fine. They'll grow back. You are 3 of the same thing in a row, so I'm going to bulldoze you. There's a couple similar things, but I think we can live with that. Now let's see how things grow. I might have to go back and look at my theme management. Add a few things to the small shops category. Where are you growing? There's no corner here. Oh well. Yeah, we're just gonna clear that out because that's a little weird. But I believe I have some extra assets that could go in the small shops category that are not. So we'll get a little bit extra variety in the small shops. Let's take a look. Right across from your elementary school, you've got a couple of these corner barbers, I believe they were. Yep. Got this guy, which is a... What are you? Diner. Mom's Diner. You look like a convenience shop. Yeah, sure. That'll work. This is starting to look a little bit more like a small town. You got, you know, marketplaces and things on kind of a main road. A couple blocks away, you've got another main road that'll connect you over to some workplaces. Traffic looks much, much better. Still a little bit busy here, but maybe it's time to start connecting over here. So what if I just do that? Does that look awful? No, but it's a big space. We definitely can't leave this whole thing just to be blocked in industrial. That would be no good. That'd just be way too much. So maybe we bring the train line in, build a depot or something. But for now, that's just another way to get off the highway. We have a crime problem here and a garbage problem. That's because you are a house that is zoned onto nothing. I don't know how that happened, but oh well. I'll clear out some of this guy. There we go. They will regrow. And that will be much better. Let's find some decent trees to put in here. A couple of these. What else? A couple of these will look nice. Yeah, there we go. It's a green lot. I think that's just what we're going to do over here too. We're going to go back to our trees. We've got some clusters of bushes I can add in. These are low poly, so these are kind of useful. Just stick in more often than not. Add a couple of these guys around. A couple in here. Let's see, what else do I have? How do these forest patches look? They're okay. Trying not to fall into the trap of getting too wrapped up in the details. And an olive tree, okay. I do like these guys. Look pretty nice. Add some of these. I'd like to make sure there's still some empty space though. If you just spam the trees entirely, it looks a little not realistic, at least in my opinion. I do need some daylight for this though. We'll go to daylight. So here, we'll leave that as a little gap with some trees. Probably less of a gap in front of the highway. We'll just put some tree clusters in. Should mix it up with other things, these generic trees, and actually some of those pines that I was working with before. Way back in the front, there we go. Some of these guys as well. And actually, I'm gonna open up this space just a little. Yeah. That looks pretty nice, and that just kind of pulls this area together, makes it not look like just a big empty space like this. Over here, I'm gonna go, let's see, do I want clusters of bushes? No, I think I want just regular bushes. Nope. Bush shrubs? No. Just some of these colorful ones I think will look nice. A couple red and white ones over here. Oh, those are tiny. What did I have over here? Interesting. Okay, let's see what else we have. Purple? Sure. Toss some regular green ones in. Orange, that'll be nice. And then maybe a big old pine. That's enormous. How about you? Black pine? Sure, let's get 2 black pines in here as well. There you go, your local doctor's office. A little bit decorated. It's, I don't remember what these guys are called. But we're just gonna go with the pine because that's what I have in my cursor right now. There. Now again, just kind of enough to make it look together. Now Pleasant Hills is starting to approach these ponds. So I think maybe we get a little bit loose with our spacing, with our grid blocks. So let's actually take the main road out a little more. And this will start to, oh, maybe we make a nice little bridge. How do we feel about that? I don't know what happened to the road. It's a little unfortunate that that's what it looks like. Maybe we switch to a different kind of road? Make it small. Oh, that's a little smaller than I want, though. How do these look? Okay, that looks okay. There's still something funny going on. Can make it asymmetric. That's not really what I want, though. I don't really want to go to a big road either. What else do we have here? Damaged road. Now I'm just curious what the damage road has to be. All right. Uh-oh, that's not what I wanted. So instead of that, let's take our road I was working with, this one. Let's actually cut it back just a bit and kind of make it waterfront. We're gonna go right through the electric poles for now, but that's fine. So we'll turn this into like lakefront road. Yeah, I'm okay with this. So as this becomes a little looser, we'll start playing with the neighborhood roads. Making some kind of traditional suburby, you know, 1950s cul-de-sac type areas. It looks like we have a little bit farther we can go with the blocks. So let's go, yeah, let's just go like this. Mix things up a bit. Give you that zoning. do kind of like playing with this block a little bit. Maybe you go here, down. Yeah, I was worried about that water situation. So it looks like we'll end this episode similar to the way we ended the last one. Just kind of a little bit of water piping. I'm going to go ahead and be preemptive about it and do this one too. And we'll take a little bit of a look at what we got. Nice little thriving town, I think. We got some commercial centers, main roads, bigger roads connecting to the highway. I think the whole thing's coming together nicely. So, as always, thank you all very much for watching. My name's Rotype, and I'll see you in the next one.